it's all about a fast start. So when somebody comes on as a broker, we talk about what's the quickest path to creating income, right? So licensing, without a doubt, is the low-hanging fruit. Time-wise, when you look at from start to finish, we've had many examples of brokers that have come on board that have seen immediate income within the first 30 days. That's important. When somebody starts something new or is making a career change, it's so important to put in the time, energy, and effort, but to see the payout, right? So that's important. So we know that the sales cycle for licensing on average is 3 to 4 weeks. That's a cycle. Now, as we go into these other franchising, business brokerage, the sales cycle is longer. And of course, the commission is greater. But there's no doubt within a 3 to 4 week sales cycle, you can make thousands of dollars in commission, thousands of dollars in your pocket for your efforts. So we know that's the fast track, licensing. We say step one, it's very simple, marketing. Now, there's only two parts to being a broker. And we've gone into this extensively previous meetings, but there's marketing and selling. That's really, when you strip everything away, that's the two components that are the most important part of being a broker. Marketing, and then of course selling. But marketing, what does that mean? Well, what we want you to do, once you again go through the process, you get a background check, you do the 5-part training. I know Brian Neal, welcome, new to the team. I see some other names of people that have gone through the process that are looking to Wendell. Welcome to the team that went through the 5-part training. I see Mike, who's going through that right now. Michelle is a broker. I see some new names too. So I appreciate everyone jumping on and being part of this meeting, because when we talk about step one, it's let's get the marketing going. Set up the ad account. Now, there's an ad account that's been very effective for many brokers where you'll get 30 days of free advertising. You can start setting up your account, setting up the ads that creates the lead. So we need the lead. And so once you set up the free account, you get, I think, I don't know, they charge you $1, but if you need help, we have Brian, BV, and Aaron that can assist to get the account set up and start posting ads. Now, one thing that I look at with this is if you're very creative, if you know how to create ad content, that is helpful. That is helpful to really capture the name, email, contact information of your lead. So we know that that's the start of the whole process, setting up your account, and we can help you do that. So I know there's some people on this line right now that are in this meeting that are ready for that next step one, which is get your marketing going. The nice thing about, the nice thing about step two is we have the portfolio of companies that are raring to go. So you want to start learning these businesses, because if you're going to post ads and create leads for these companies, it's good to know what the company's all about. Now, it's tough and challenging for you really to have multiple companies. It's meaning to be proficient. This is my opinion because I've seen it, and I know for me to be effective, I have to really narrow it down to 2 to 3 companies at the most that I'm going to get good at. I'm going to know inside out, and I'm going to be able to speak intelligently to a lead, to a prospect, to a candidate about this company. So you're really, your next step 2, is to really find out which company resonates with you, which one do you want to represent, which one do you want to get very proficient with. Larry? add to that if you would.
What I would add to that is if you do want to focus in the furniture, and the reason why you might want to do that is because that's what advanced licensing, that's how we built our foundation over 320 furniture stores. If you start with furniture, what you're able to do is when you do get a lead, you could say, I'm friends with the CEO, let me introduce you to him. And until you get proficient, let me help you make that sale and bring the client aboard. You get full commission. As a principal, I'm not on commission, so I could help you, in that area. But to John's point, we've got some sizzling companies. We're going to just briefly go through the portfolio, John.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. And that's why I think with each one of these companies, part of the sales process, and I always say it's good to know what the sales process is because that hasn't changed. Once the lead comes in, what do you do first? What do you do? So you take somebody through that sales process and get very good at streamlining that process, not shortcutting it, because there's no shortcut to the sales process. One of the steps is getting the CEO, getting the owner involved to speak to the candidate. Now, there's a place for that in the sales process. It's not something that happens early, doesn't happen towards, once you send them the contract. There is that spot to get the CEO involved, and that CEO or owner, their one purpose is to move the sales process forward, to get that candidate closer to signing up, coming on board, making a change, becoming a business owner. So that's part of the sales process, and we've done deep dives into that. And maybe next week we'll kind of uncover that onion a little bit more. But we do have an unfair advantage. Each and every one of you have an unfair advantage, whether you realize it or not. And that's Main Street Chamber of Commerce. This is, without a doubt, the ultimate lead system. Now, when we talk about Main Street Chamber, it's a chamber of commerce, a national chamber of commerce, that the caveat is it's a free membership. We're actually empowering businesses, giving them something of value to be a member of the chamber, a badge of credibility, to be an ambassador of goodwill, to get a free membership. And business owners know the importance of being a member of a chamber of commerce. Not only does it look better for them, the consumer looks favorably on a chamber of commerce company that's with a chamber. There's so many benefits for a business owner to be with a chamber of commerce. And so what we do is we give a free membership. And with that free membership, what it does is unlocks doors for you as a chapter president, as a licensing broker, where business owners have the option to create an additional revenue stream. You know how many times I talk to a candidate that already owns a business, but wants to open up another business, that's looking for something to add to what they're already doing, right? So we're always open-minded, looking for business owners that want an additional revenue stream. What about if they're successful and they're looking to expand their business? Well, we can help them and show them a path forward with expansion through licensing. Different from franchising, of course, different from the do-it-yourself, but expansion through licensing is something that we can offer that business owner. So as we're giving away free memberships, we're creating our own lead system. And of course, there's companies out there that have thought or are thinking about being a target for an acquisition. Each one of these scenarios creates revenue for you, for the chapter president / licensing broker. They really wanted the same. And some of you on this meeting you're already, Michelle, as an example, is a chapter president, and she's a licensing broker. So, they're almost synonymous, but that's a way for you to create unlimited leads by giving away memberships to the chamber. Larry, feel free to add to that.
So when John talked about the Fast Start program, okay, and selling and licensing is the fastest way to create immediate income. A business that's interested in national expansion, you may know business owners right now. Gary Baldessari, who's on here, had 2 companies in his Rolodex. He didn't create leads for those companies and basically just asked them, are you interested in national expansion? You receive a 20% commission on the consulting fee when we help a company go national. So what John's talking about with Main Street Chamber is you give away a free membership. And then, by the way, have you thought about national expansion? How does that work? I never heard of it. And then you set up an appointment to meet with John or myself.